On a bright green hill, not far from a friendly town, stood a small, colorful house. This was the home of Lily and Ben, a kind and loving couple whose lives were a testament to one simple belief. A family is built with love, listening, and helping each other. Lily, with her artistic soul, loved to paint and create beautiful things with her hands. Ben, a skilled craftsman, found joy in fixing things and building whimsical wooden toys. Their home, even before children, was a sanctuary of warmth, laughter, and an ever-present, quiet love. Every morning, as the sun's first rays touched their home, the world seemed to wake up with them. Birds would sing their melodies from the rooftop, and the flowers in their garden would dance in the gentle morning breeze. Lily would greet the day with a cheerful good morning, world, as she opened the window, while Ben preparing breakfast would echo, "Good morning, family." Their little house was a container for a love so big it seemed to spill out into the world. It was in this cozy, love-filled space that a new desire began to bloom. One day, Lily looked at Ben, a knowing sparkle in her eyes, and said, "Ben, I think our house is ready for something new." A slow smile spread across Ben's face. "I feel the same way," he replied, and in that shared glance, a new chapter was about to begin. Soon, their quiet home was filled with a new kind of magic. First came Milo, a curious little boy with wide, inquisitive eyes that seemed to question everything in the world. He was a whirlwind of energy and questions, turning every corner of their home into a new adventure. Then, not long after, came Emma, a cheerful baby girl whose laughter was like music. The little house on Sunny Hill was suddenly louder, messier, and infinitely happier. Toys were scattered like confetti on the floor, conversations became a symphony of overlapping voices, and a new, beautiful chaos reigned. There were days that were not easy, moments of frustration and exhaustion. But through it all, Lily and Ben held fast to their core belief. They remembered to talk, to truly listen, and most importantly, to help each other navigate the wonderful, challenging journey of parenthood. One sunny afternoon, a small drama unfolded in the living room. Milo was meticulously building a magnificent tower of blocks, reaching for the sky. Just as he placed the final block, Emma, in her curious baby way, crawled over, and with one joyful, clumsy movement, the tower came crashing down. Milo's face crumpled in frustration. "I worked so hard," he cried out, his voice thick with tears. Lily immediately knelt beside him, her voice a gentle balm. "It's okay to feel angry, Milo," she said softly, "but let's use our words to explain how you feel." Ben joined them, offering a different perspective. "Emma didn't mean to break it," he explained. "She just wanted to play with you." Milo looked over at his little sister, who was smiling and clapping her hands, completely unaware of the architectural disaster she had caused. A wave of understanding washed over Milo. He took a deep breath, his anger melting away. "Do you want to build together?" he asked, his voice now calm. Emma's laugh was his answer. And so, side by side, they began to build again. And this Chimi, the tower they created together, was even bigger and more wonderful than the first. Life, however, isn't always about building block towers. One evening, the weariness of a long day settled heavily on the little house. Ben came home from work, his shoulders slumped with exhaustion. Lily, who had been juggling the children and the house all day, was just as tired. The children were being particularly noisy, and dinner was running late. An unfamiliar silence, cold and heavy, fell over the room. Ben let out a long sigh. Lily crossed her arms, a silent wall between them. For a brief moment, the warmth they had so carefully cultivated seemed to vanish. Then, breaking the tension, Lily spoke, her voice quiet but clear. "I think we're just tired," she said. "We're not angry at each other, we're just tired." Ben looked at her, and a flicker of recognition passed between them. He nodded. "You're right," he admitted. "Let's help each other." And just like that, the chill began to recede. They cleaned up the kitchen together, their movements becoming a familiar, easy dance. A shared glance turned into a small smile, which then blossomed into a quiet laugh. In that moment of teamwork, they were not just cleaning up a mess. They were showing Milo and Emma a powerful lesson that even when things are tough, problems can always be solved with a little kindness and a lot of teamwork. To keep their family bond strong, they created a special tradition: Family Day every Sunday. Without fail, the outside world was put on hold. No phones buzzed, No schedules were rushed. It was a day dedicated purely to being together. Some Sundays, they packed a basket and went on a picnic, exploring the rolling hills around their home. Other times, they stayed in, creating silly songs that made everyone giggle or building elaborate forts out of blankets and pillows. Sometimes, their family day extended to their community, as they helped neighbors with their gardens or baked cookies for the elderly lady down the street. Through these simple, shared experiences, Milo learned that being a family meant caring for others. And Emma learned that family was the safest, warmest place in the world. And Lily and Ben were constantly reminded that the love they nurtured wasn't meant to be contained. It grew bigger and more beautiful every time they shared it. One night, tucked into bed with the stars twinkling outside his window, Milo asked a question that was both simple and profound. What makes a family? He asked his parents. Ben paused, thinking for a moment, while a gentle smile spread across Lily's face. She answered first. A family, she said, her voice soft as a lullaby, is people who love you, listen to you, and grow with you, no matter what. Ben leaned in and added, and they help you become the very best version of yourself. Hearing this, Milo wrapped his arms around Emma in a big hug, and she snuggled in closer to her parents. In that moment, the little house on Sunny Hill seemed to glow from within, filled to the brim with a light brighter than any lamp. And so, the family on Sunny Hill continued to grow not just in size, but in strength, in understanding, and in love. They knew that with respect, communication, and a whole lot of teamwork, any house, no matter how small, could truly become a home. Thank you for watching. If this story warmed your heart, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that celebrates the beauty of family and connection. See you next time.